All right, so the most dedicated, the most lovely, which is basically you, if you're watching this, have been interested and excited for Titans League Gold, I'm sure. And Titans League Gold has been happening over the last 2.5 weeks. I was in Australia for 14, 15 days, and I was not covering Titans League Gold, and it's been happening. Was some coverage of Gold, not a ton of it. So I am in pick up where we are mode. I am cast the rest of this season mode, and there's going to be a lot of coverage. But before I do that, I wanted to show you guys the results and update you all on the situation in these groups. I'll talk you through it, and then you can, of course, get excited for all the sets to come. Okay, so in Group A has actually been the least active thus far, and they should have probably played more. I got to look into exactly what's happening. We'll get it sorted. But here's the update. So Nikov has played 2 rounds. He has not lost a single game. Nikov is in, I want to win this group mode. I am disappointed in myself that I got relegated in the first place out of Platinum, and I'm taking my anger out on everyone mode. He's looked very strong. So he's 6-0. Remember, every single game matters. And if you're first place in the group in golds, you get promoted to Platinum for the next season. No questions asked. If you're in second or third place, you go into a playoff to potentially go into Platinum. Fourth place, you stay alive. And then 5th and 6th place, you're relegated out of gold. Okay? Hart and Sebastian both only played 1 round. I might as well just show you the results. Sebastian beat Target 2-1, and then Hart beat El Matador 2-1. But the 2 Germans, Target and Matador, who came up through silver, had big wins there. Like, really big. Sebastian, Hart, and Nikov are the biggest names. And getting 1 win off of the players they played against is really important for them there. Unfortunately for Matador, he did then get 3-0'd by Nikov. So he'll have to hope that Target, Z40, Hart, everyone gets 3-0'd by Nikov. But yeah, that's kind of the update there. Again, there hasn't been too much. Unfortunately for Z40, he was also struck by Nikov. So a lot is kind of up in the air here. Is looking like we probably expected. Nikov, Hart, and Sebastian being top 3, and then the others being just below. In Group B, we've had a lot more happen at this point. And Kapotch, another big name who was relegated, and Vinchester, a big player who was relegated down to gold to be here. They are number 1 and number 2 right now. It is rather interesting, though, what's happening with the rest of the players. So as you can see, Vinchester, Mihai, Cyclops, and Yax have already played 3 rounds, okay? And for Yax, going into his series against Vinch, it was looking really bad. He got 3-0'd by Mihai, and then he got 3-0'd by Kapotch, okay? Then he goes in up against Vinchester, and he 2-1'd Vinchester, guys. This was a couple days ago. Those 2 wins against Vinch are massive, because it's going to be incredibly difficult for him to, for others to get 2 wins off of a player like Vinchester. As you can see, Cloud got 3-0'd by Vinchester. So yeah, this is how I felt this group would go. I felt like Kapotch and Vinchester would smash these 3. Mihai would maybe lose a game or 2 against these guys. It's been interesting. Mihai beat Yax 3-0. Mihai got a win off of Vinch. Mihai then got beat by Cyclops. So you got like some of these guys who are promoted doing pretty good. Cloud, he got some interesting wins. He then 2-1 Cyclops. Okay, Cloud got a result there. Anyways, this is the standing. So Kapotch is looking great because he hasn't lost a game yet and has 3 more rounds. Vinchester's still looking fine. He's got 2 more rounds with 6 wins. Mihai's just below him with 5 wins after 3 rounds. But like, Cyclops, his 3 wins decent, right? Certainly better than Yax, certainly better than Cloud, but Cloud's got an extra round in hand. So probably a conversation of Cyclops, Cloud, and Yax fighting over who stays alive in gold and is in 4th and who gets relegated out. But I thought the Yax victory versus Vinch was the most notable there, so I figured I'd bring that up. Group C, I felt was going to be the most competitive. Actually, no, I felt like Group A and Group C, the most competitive the whole way through. This one's super tough to call, and it's in a really fascinating spot right now. So everyone here, 4 out of the 6 players have played 2 rounds. And naturally, because those players have played more games, they had more chances for wins. So you can see that reflected here. Sato's 5-1. I think he's clear favorite for number 1 in the group. Kingston's 4-2 though. Kingston beating Dragonstar and beating Slam. So it's not like he faced up against like maybe Stark, Overtaken, someone that you may consider a bit weaker. He's 4-2 off of those names, which is huge. Slam, he's 50-50. You know, like he won 3 games, he lost 3 games, still has to go up against Sito. You know, it'll be interesting. He's got Stark, he's got a Sito, and then he's got Dragonstar. And I do Dragonstar's been preparing a lot. Then you've got you've got Overtaken with 2 wins. But Overtaken, he played against Slam and he played against Sito, getting a win against each, which is pretty epic. And then we'll see what happens with Dragonstar and Stark down here because they've only played 1 round. But very interesting group here. I think we could see some surprises. Like, I think Stark is relegated. I think Stark is going to kind of be the punching bag of the group. But honestly, I could see Kingston, Slam, Overtaken, or Dragonstar getting relegated. I could see any of them. Kingston's results have bode very well for him thus far, but it's only been 2 rounds. So that's Group C. Okay, Group D is a lot easier to wrap your head around because they've all played 3 rounds already. So yay for that. Hopefully this makes more sense for you guys. MBL, he's first in this group. He has won 8 out of potential 9 games. Dark has won 6 out of potential 9 games. He's number 2. Then it's the other 4. And these 4, very interesting situation. FedEx has 4 wins. Kazva has 3 wins. Nilly has 3 wins. Rapart has 3 wins. So yeah, that's pretty wild. What doesn't bode well for Rapart is, like not having won a series. But head-to-head is our first tiebreak. I believe I actually have to fact check that. I'm going to have Hardy edit that in. Head-to-head should be the first tiebreak, which isn't the end of the world for him. The series won or lost, I think, is the second tiebreak. So, just like big things here, right? And so, if you look at these guys and who they have to play yet, Rapart is to play MBL, and Nilly already got that out of the way, which is good. Kazva already got that out of the way, which is good. And FedEx already got that out of the way. So Rapart is, favored to be relegated here, certainly. But man, like the series between these guys is going to be wild. So looking at this series, Nilly Kazva is just going to be huge. And then FedEx Kazva, and then like Nilly Rapart, it's going to be ridiculous. So yeah, this group, going to be fun to watch. And I think MBL is a pretty clear favorite to probably get first place there. However, I shouldn't discount Dark because Dark has been playing good. And Dark will have his chance against MBL here. So if MBL drops a game, possibly against Rapart, the Dark doesn't drop a game against FedEx, and then maybe gets a good 2-1 result versus MBL, maybe there's some type of situation there where Dark actually snipes first place. So anyways, that's the update on the groups. Sorry I had a bit of a vacation, but it's a 3-month event, and I wasn't going to just cancel the whole season because I couldn't cover 2 weeks of it. So we'll be covering as many sets as possible when I can. I'm going to be doing it like basically every day over the next couple weeks, up towards the playoffs and all that good stuff, and then eventually Platinum will start. So keep an eye on the Extras channel. We'll be uploading the sets as quickly as possible, and then the best individual games go to the main YouTube channel, which is kind of the idea. So YouTube, leave me your thoughts, please, in the comments on the sets you're looking forward to the most. I personally find the relegation conversation a bit more exciting than anything right now with these groups. The Group D mess with FedEx, Kazva, Nilly, Rapart is really fascinating to me. Group C, who's gonna shine between like some pretty big names, like Kingston, Slam, Overtaken, Dragonstar. Like, it's crazy. We could easily see players go from like 2nd to 5th, 5th to 2nd. All the groups are exciting in their own way, but yeah, give me your thoughts on what you think is most exciting. And of course, thanks for supporting TTL. This is This type of thing is huge for the future of Age of Empires 2. I don't know what more I can say. We need new blood coming into the scene. We need to give these guys opportunities, and this is the type of thing that I like to make bigger in the future. So that will be very difficult to do without your support, but or sorry, it'll be very difficult to do with your support, but it would be impossible without it. So thank you guys, and there will be plenty of TTL content over the next 2 months.